Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Today we are hauling a Bulldozer from Kingman, Arizona to Barstow, California. I don't know how heavy this thing is. It doesn't actually say. This is supposed to be 18 hours we have left, and it's going to cost us. It's going to give us $17,000. So I've already hooked up the trailer. This is what the load looks like. Oversized load. Very cool. Kind of looks like a cat bulldozer. It's called a... what do they call it? A crawl-gozer? Anyways. I changed the engine up in this. And I'm not quite used to the... what would I call it here? Let's get that up there. I'm not quite used to how to float gears with this particular engine. I know it sounds bizarre. Okay, you guys gonna stay there? That works fine for me. Take this nice and wide here. But it sounds so different, this one. I noticed. Way different. Which I'm not like sad about, I'm actually kinda happy about. This is the what did I put in here? I think it's the Cat Cummins engine, I think it is. This is the most powerful engine because I was trying something out. It didn't work in the end, but I like the way this engine sounds. So maybe it's the same for all of the Cat engines, I don't know. Stay on the right hand side here. I love the way this engine sounds. That's so awesome. I think the reason why I don't use these ones is because the whine though. I can hear it already. Get my left lane here. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. Let me turn the sound up here so you can hear it a little bit more. I'll just be quiet for a second here. It sounds so awesome. Apparently I have the differentials locked still. Anyways. Oh, the engine brake sounds good too. That's awesome. Alright, we'll stop here, and apparently we have... oh, there's even a light for that. I didn't even notice that. Look at that. That's pretty neat. That is pretty neat indeed. So floating gears with this is a bit more interesting. Because I don't know... with the other engine, I knew exactly where to put it. With this one, I don't know. I've just been clutching it between the gears here. There we go. Also, one thing to pay attention to is that with these long trailers, it doesn't always work out very well when you want to reset your truck with the trailer. Some of the reset points don't really give you enough space to have this style of trailer. So keep that in mind if you ever reset. I did a couple resets and it did not work well. The trailer actually ended up over the fence. Dude, what are you doing? It's a green light for us. Can't believe that guy. Alright. Well, apparently I went through a red light now. Well, guess I'm just copying what that guy did apparently. There we go. But this is the 840 horsepower engine, so it doesn't really have a problem with these heavy hauls at all. Even the 500 horsepower engine that I had before didn't really have a trouble with them at all. Oh, that guy's giving way to me. What I really should have done is got some fuel, now that I'm looking at my fuel. We're only doing a short 350-kilometer trip, but this is this is only 40 tons. Oh, that's nothing. But I'm sure we'll still chew through fuel. But this truck with this engine has no problem whatsoever with this. We'll see how it works on the hills. Actually, that will be the interesting test. All right, let's set our cruise control up here. Let's change our information up there. Set it to 105 and see how it does. Put our Jake brake on here. There we go. See how this works out. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a problem so far, but it is pretty cool. Oh, there's that jake brake going off a little bit, sounds like. We want to go straight. But yeah, this engine sounds awesome. Very nice sounding engine. I'll have to double check now which one it was. I'm pretty sure it was the Cat Cummins 140 horsepower, which is really overkill, but it's fun to have, fun to test out some of these crazier engines. Usually I like to stick around like 500-ish, because then you kind of have to gear down a little bit on hills and whatnot. I don't think I'll really have to gear down much. Apparently it dropped down to 90 here, which isn't really a problem, honestly. But we must have crossed the border already or something. I think I wasn't even paying attention. But anyways, with this powerful of engine, like going up hills is, you know, depending on the grade of the hill, it can be difficult, but most of it's not really a big problem. Why does it want me to do this? Oh, that's exactly what I thought it wanted me to do. I don't know why this does this. Sometimes it tells me to go off the main road to go back onto it. I don't know why the GPS does this. Not the first time I've had that weird situation. I don't know why it does it, but anyways, we can turn that indicator off. There we go. Of course, there's a car sitting right here. Let's put our flashers on and see if this makes it any easier. Oh, the car slowed down. That's a plus. Just get up to speed here and then we'll turn our flashers off. There we go. Actually, we're gonna risk it. See how this works out. We'll see how this works out. I'm not certain how this is gonna turn out, but we'll find out here. I'm referring to fuel, of course, because we have another 280 kilometers to go, and we have probably, maybe, how much of a tank would that be? Less than an eighth of a tank, maybe? We'll see how this turns out. Yeah, I think I remember why I don't always use these engines, because when you're cruising, there's a pretty big whine in it. I don't know if I'm sure you guys can hear that, but it does have a bit of a whine on it. But I'm happy to see that the mod author, Viper, has continually upgraded this truck here. It does a pretty good job on it. Actually, a really good job. Adds the little things here and there. I'm a particular fan of these twin sticks here. I don't know why. I don't think they're really used very often anymore, but I just think they look kind of neat. It'd be really cool if they moved as well. So like as you moved your shifter, it would move as well, but that might be too much to ask. But the gauges all work, so I don't know why the shifters wouldn't work too. 1 second, I'm gonna have a quick sip of water here. Okay, maybe this engine does have a bit of a trouble with hills, but not much. I'm in 8 low right now, and it doesn't seem to have a big problem. It's slowly increasing speed still, so it's not really having a huge problem. Let's put the lights on. I don't know why I didn't have my lights on before. It's daytime. Technically, I don't need lights, but it lights up the inside of the cab, so that's always nice as well. Always nice. We should hear the jake brake coming on here as we go down this hill. There we go. Nice. So I took off the engine I have in this doesn't have, or the gearbox I say doesn't have a retarder. So I just went with strictly just the jake brake to see what happens here. Seems to be doing alright, really. Although it doesn't slow it down nearly as much as the retarder did, I've noticed. I was reading some interesting heavy haul stuff actually the other day, and some people were saying that they actually use a retarder in their heavy haul truck. And it kind of makes sense, because if it helps slow down the truck a little bit more as it's going down a hill, especially with the amount of weight you'd have in a heavy haul truck, it seems like it would make a lot of sense to have that. So here we go. I'm going to hear that jake brake again. Let's get on the outside here. Going downhill with 40 tons, it gives me a Gives me a speeding violation. Go figure. Look how fast you're going, buddy. Come on now. And that's where the retarder might have come in handy, so I might not have got that violation had I had the retarder in there too. He probably would have been able to slow us down a little bit more here. But, alas, we are not so fortunate all of the time, as we just found out there. Excellent. Pretty sweet little ride. I have to change up the color one of these days. I just like the Peterbilt red. Red's not even my favorite color. I prefer green, but I just find this truck looks way better in red. So, I always do red with this truck with like a pink. I don't know if you can see it. There's a pink overtone. Please pull into the way station. Oh, okay, so that's that thing they added here on the little blue thing there. Where's the actual turnoff? This should be interesting. I haven't done this with a heavy load yet. There we go. Let's see. Let's take it all the way down here. Alright, I'm kind of curious about this. Park and brake on here. Turn the indicator off, and let's see what happens here. Gross Wait, 6 for 10s. Thank you for your cooperation. Have a safe journey. It would be interesting if they did a better breakdown of that now with this style of trailer to see, you know, if it's overweight on like a specific axle or something. That would be kind of neat to see. But I don't think they will. But you never know. Maybe in the future. Alright, let's not get too overzealous, I should say, here. There we go. Indicate. Looks like we're clear there. Let's get into the lane real quick here. I have to remember not to rev up my RPMs too much. Doesn't seem like I need to do it. I end up doing on this. This truck sounds a little bit different when you get up to like, what would that be there? 6,000? I'm running out of fuel. No, 2,000 RPM. When I get up to that area, that's where I kind of hear, where I end up switching a lot of the time. Alright, let's see how this works out here. I wonder how close the next fuel stop's going to be here, because we have 170 kilometers to go. And what's our fuel reserves? Apparently we have 387 kilometers in our fuel reserve. So let's trust this and see what happens. Hopefully we don't run out of fuel. Hopefully. I don't know why you would want to run low on fuel with a heavy haul. You think you'd always want to be topped up, but maybe not. I don't know. In my mind, you'd want to be topped up all the time, but just because you never know. Like, you never know how much fuel you're going to use. You're going up a hill, down a hill. Like, you have to imagine the fuel consumption's way worse when you're doing a heavy haul. And it definitely seems to affect it, I've noticed. In terms of fuel consumption. Braking, I haven't noticed as nearly as much. Like, I find my brakes are just like, you know, no problem. What would be interesting, actually, is if SCS included, like, upgrades for, like, not only engines and chassis, but maybe brakes as well. That would be kind of interesting. I don't think that would be too out of line with what they like to do. Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it's a new rendition. There'll be a brakes DLC in the future, which would be kind of neat, actually. But I think that should be part of the base game, not a DLC. Just my opinion, though. But it would be nice to see something like that. So then it would kind of change the way the game works a little bit. I think that's probably why they haven't done it. Because if you had to upgrade your brakes, it would determine like how much weight you could potentially stop with. It's like if you have, apparently this truck is 63 tons including the truck, and with, you know, low, you know, tiny brakes, it wouldn't be able to stop nearly as much. Like maybe I have a big chassis, but I don't have the big brakes to go with it, so then I shouldn't be able to haul some of these heavier loads. Now that'd be kind of an interesting combination, but unfortunately not part of the game as of yet. Maybe in the future, like I said. Who knows? Also, we should expect the New Mexico DLC at some point in the near future. That's going to be kind of cool to see a new state, because they added the heavy cargo pack DLCs for both ETS and ATS. And then they also added the, they're going to add soon tandem trailers, which should be kind of neat as well. No word on when that's coming, mind you, but it should be pretty soon. So it's going to be like pulling this style of trailer almost, because it's going to be so huge. So, like these heavy haul trailers with the articulated axle, the extra axles and stuff like that, they are really tough to maneuver in some of the smaller areas. And an interesting little fact, one thing I noticed is that with some of the other extra maps, like the Canada map and the Coast to Coast map, not all of them are well optimized for the heavy haul DLC, which I'm not surprised by. Oh, this is totally not my stop. Why do I do this every time? Darn it. Number of times I've done this. Not paying attention to the GPS. So I'm going to show you a little trick here. This is something I showed one of the newer patrons. So let's say you do this and you have console commands and you're not patient enough to go all the way around. So what you do is you press, if you have console commands enabled, you press 0, and then you get into this mode right here. And let's back up here a little bit, and then you press F9 to drop. So let's say you just did what I did there. Oops, that helps when you don't turn the engine off. And you did what I did right there. Then all you need to do is just drop yourself in the right spot there. Now where are we actually going here? Are we going straight through here? Yeah, okay. So if you do that and you make a mistake and you're foolish like I am, not paying attention, that's what you can do. Oops. I thought it was going to stop, honestly. So yeah, a combination of numbers was you press the 0 key on the top of your keyboard, and then you you can start moving around. Use your keypad to move around, and then position yourself where you want to drop yourself, and then you press F9 to drop your truck where you want to drop it. Whoa, cop, come on. What was that? Just decided to brake right in front of me there. It's because these people want to come over, I guess, but seriously. That's not cool, man. So yeah, that's a little trick you can do. Also, that will work for toll booths. Let's say you have a modded trailer, and the trailer is too big for the toll booths. You can use the same thing to get through the toll booths. But the number of times I've made the mistake of taking the wrong turn, like I just did there, yeah, too many times. It's kind of embarrassing, actually. So we want to go straight through here. Yeah, so that's the reason why having those things like enabled and be able to do that kind of, those times little things like that is really helpful, actually. And considering I didn't have much fuel left there, I just didn't have the heart in me to go all the way around, because I basically would have had to have gone in the wrong direction for an extended period of time, and then gone back this way. And I don't think I would have had enough fuel to do that. Pretty sure about that. We're running on fumes as it is, it looks like, almost, so gotta be kind of careful. So we'll see how that turns out, because what did we say, we had 300 something? Don't go in front of me, car. That would have been rough. We had about 300 kilometers, so we had like half of that, so we should be quote unquote fine, but we'll see. Okay, this is actually our exit. Let's get in the right hand lane here. There we go. And I don't know if we need to slow down here. Nope, seems like we're good. It's nice, one of those fast off ramps there. Nobody's on that side. There we go, excellent. Hear that jig brake going? Slowing down. Alright, let's take this nice and slow here. So this is how wide you have to take the turns sometimes, just so you don't clip anything. Not always, but it's fun to watch from the outside to see how the trailer changes and maneuvers around those types of turns, actually. I find that kind of neat to watch. There we go. I do like the way this engine sounds. I might drop the engine horsepower down to like 500 again, but keep the same engine if it sounds the same. Because I do like the way it sounds. Oh, we're apparently going into a mine here. Nice. Guess we are taking a bulldozer. Without the blade, mind you. Oh my goodness, are you guys serious? This is where you want me to take this thing? Yikes. I don't know how that's going to work. This way. Yes, I realize it's supposed to be this way. I just don't know if my trailer will handle this way. Because that was a pretty wide turn there. How close are we to the edge there? I don't know if that trailer's going to like that. I'm pretty close on the side there. I can't really get much closer than that. Apparently we probably just ran over the the railing, honestly. That's kind of rough for this trailer. All right, let's take it slow here. What are we stuck on this time? Okay, apparently I wasn't paying attention back there. And I'm like, hey, we cleared the hard part here. Not so much. There we go. That should be fine now. But some of these areas aren't really designed for these trailers, as you just see. What on earth did I just hit? Not my best drive. I'm not gonna lie to you guys here. There we go. Apparently clipped that concrete block there. Let's see. Yeah, that's not gonna be very nice in there. Alright, let's see if we can back this up a little bit. It's only got the one axle, so it's not too bad. It's like a dolly trailer in Farm Sim, basically. This reacts a little bit more the way I would expect it to. Alright. There we go. Jeez. I don't know if that's gonna... Somehow I don't think they're gonna like that. Oh, we actually had it there for a second. Let's just back up just a smidge here. There. Oh my goodness. It's just like a little tiny spot. There. We'll accept that. The hands are off the steering wheel now. Goodness gracious. I don't know how I got an excellent on that. That was a rough journey. Well, there you go, folks. That was the Bulldozer. A bit on the rough side, if you ask me, but that was the Bulldozer. And like I said before, if you do make that little mistake like I did, you can always use the console commands to correct your errors. Anyways, my name's Iain Robson. I hope you enjoyed a little episode of American Truck Simulator. Come back next episode, do another heavy haul. Not sure what yet, but if you like what you saw, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more ATS action. Catch you guys later.